Good afternoon. Robert H. Philibosian, leader, servant, mentor, friend. A man of vision and a man of action. A California boy, Bob was born in San Diego and grew up in the San Joaquin Valley farming town of Selma, which is, as you know, just down the road from Pixley. After finishing his undergraduate degree at Stanford, Bob decided to attend law school at Southwestern here in Los Angeles because he could work and go to school at the same time. He joined the Los Angeles County District Attorney's Office in 1968, where he started on what was then known as the county run and served in a variety of assignments, quickly rising through the ranks and eventually becoming the chief deputy at the Van Nuys office, head deputy. Now, Bob was thoroughly well regarded as a trial lawyer and for his sound judgment, as evidenced by his selection by District Attorney Joe Bush to lead the investigations into a ticket-fixing scandal involving the LA County Marshal's Office and a test rigging scandal involving Richard Cappan, who was the president of the LA County Civil Service Commission, who was ultimately indicted, convicted, and removed from office. In 1979, Bob joined the administration of California Attorney General George Deukmejian as the Chief Assistant Attorney General of the Criminal Division. Deukmejian said he selected Bob because of his skills as a trial lawyer, his administrative experience, and his calm wisdom. Deukmejian later promoted Bob to the position of Chief Deputy Attorney General in 1982. Now, after District Attorney John Vandekamp was elected Attorney General, Bob was appointed by the LA County Board of Supervisors to fill the remainder of the term. Bob served as Los Angeles County's 38th District Attorney from December 1982 to December of 1984. And while he was the District Attorney for just 2 short years, Bob left an impression on that office that remains to this day, especially in the areas of toxic pollution cases, consumer protection, major narcotics presentations, sex crimes, victims' rights, legislative advocacy, and child support collections. Contemporaneous newspaper articles note that child support collections rose almost 700% during Bob's tenure. Now, Bob was a man of action. When he learned radical groups deliberately trying to stampede the police horses used for crowd control at LA Raiders games at the Coliseum, and further learning that the only charge available was misdemeanor cruelty to animals, and looking forward to the 1984 Olympics, he directed his staff, fix this. After a hearing in Sacramento, where he arranged for representatives of the Washington, D.C. Park Police, the Royal Canadian Mounted Police, and the LA County Sheriff's Canine Unit to speak in support, the result was today's Penal Code Section 600, which makes it a felony to mess with a police dog or police horse. It was a true dog and pony show up there in Sacramento. When he learned gun-packing gang members caught on the 3rd floor of the CCB could only be charged with misdemeanor carrying a concealed weapon, he directed his legislative unit, fix this. With the support of Assembly Speaker Willie Brown, the result was today's Penal Code Section 171B. Now, Bob had 2 parallel goals: good governance and good people to make it happen. Bob wanted the laws and government to work for the common good of the people. Even after he left the District Attorney's Office to work in major law firms, mostly in the area of governmental relations and regulations, he continued these efforts. Bob was appointed as a volunteer member of the Los Angeles County Citizens Economy and Efficiency Commission in 1990 and served as chair from 2000 to 2006. Now, during that time span, the commission issued dozens and dozens of opinion letters and reports on a wide variety of topics, ranging from improving the management of trial juries in our courts, establishing a retired peace officers corps within the LA County for emergencies, and establishing an executive management succession program. A visit to the commission's website will simply amaze you. Now, in his spare time, Bob served as a commissioner on the California State World Trade Commission from 1990 to 1999, an organization designed to promote and facilitate California's exports to the world, now by itself the 4th largest economy. And I was advised this afternoon that the Philibosian Berberian family farm up in the Selma area is still in existence and still a producing farm. Now, close to the hearts of many here was Bob's service as chair of the California Council on Criminal Justice from 1983 to 1991, which operated under the auspices of the Governor's Office of Criminal Justice Planning. In 1986, after conducting statewide hearings, the council issued a comprehensive report on youth gang violence in California, which included several recommendations for action, many of which have been adopted or enacted. In 1988, the council issued a report on victims' rights, which further expanded on the desperately needed attention to the rights of crime victims brought into focus by Proposition 8 in 1982. And then in 1989, the council issued a report on gangs and drugs, which produced a number of recommendations ranging from drug abuse prevention programs in our schools and improved drug abuse treatment in our Department of Corrections. Bob also recognized a key ingredient is having good folks in the trenches doing the work. To describe Bob as a mentor does not begin to describe his positive and life-changing impact upon the lives of so many connected with our criminal justice system here in Los Angeles. I recollect an account towards the end of Governor Deukmejian's second term of office that he had appointed to the bench 88 grade 4 deputy DAs from Los Angeles County. And needless to say, Bob's imprimatur was a pivotal element in each of those appointments and many more. Many of the judges Bob coached and encouraged are still on the bench. I saw some people back there. And those who are retired are still contributing. His legacy is a generation of judges all up and down California in the trial courts and the appellate courts and Supreme Court and our local federal benches. Bob was rightfully recognized by his alma mater, Southwestern, with their mentorship prize. And last but not least, Bob was a fun guy. He enjoyed a good party and was often involved in the planning of events. He belonged to a number of organizations whose goal was to promote collegiality amongst the bench and the bar. And there are many of us here who still remember the great Armenian feasts that he would organize. The name of Bob Philibosian is truly worthy of inclusion on our wall of fame. Thank you, Bob.
Thank you, Judge Ito. And finally,